I'm so sorry, I just realized my mic was off. How's it going, Ferris? Bars? Ferris? Either way. I know I'm gonna get a bunch of questions to stream probably later. Everyone's gonna be like, hey, why aren't you bringing ZCB? Why aren't you still using webweaver? All that stuff. Where's the blowpipe? Blah blah. Why do you still mage Zebak? There's gonna be a bunch of those to stream. The answer is gonna be because I'm chilling. Aw. Yeah, I got the blessing out. So reclined right now. You feel like you can rest after doing that sub 40? Yeah. Absolutely not doing that kind of raid for a while. It's very stressful doing those sub 40 bofa runs. Might do it occasionally for entertainment purposes, but definitely not touching them on a regular basis. It's very noodle. 343 for 17 Bone Dagger is not that good, but that's okay. Webweaver chosen because longer range one takes slower than blowpipe. Overall, yeah. Definitely not the most efficient option, but it's definitely the easiest option. I mean, I used to use it back in the day instead of blowpipe, just because, what was I trying to say? Just because I could bank accumulator. But now I'm bringing it even with the quiver, just because I want the quiver for Tbow to have a better kind of like ranged accuracy. I should probably just bring a blowpipe, to be honest, at this point, and then if I really wanted to chill, I could just put on like long range or something. But I haven't really changed my setup too much since, just because I've been lazy to adapt. There is a better, more efficient setup I have, which is I use a blowpipe here, and then I have a ZCB. That's like my mid between this and like ranging Zebak. Still not a personal fan of ranging Zebak in 540s, just because I like staying with power life, and I'll be more obligated to do power in that setup, and I don't really want to do double power. With this setup, I don't really have to flake too much. Maybe some lazy flicks at Kephri, and I'm chilling. Forced to flick a lot with double power. Yeah, if you want a good efficient setup, you got to do double power and then flick. And it doesn't save enough time for it to be worth my wrists, so. I like my wrists, you know, nice and healthy. That is a good storm. There you go. 160 elf. And we got our melee kind of dead. Let's get in position for the next trap. It feels weird because when you're in this high level PVM, you're like, there's the expectation of, you know, playing to the max, but honestly don't care. I don't think it's even necessary to beat sub 30. Like those sweaty switches. I will be depressed, I'll be very honest. If Akka decides to switch to ranged, then I'm very depressed in this setup. Because you're supposed to have a ZCB to hit Akka with when he switches. That'll definitely be the worst part about it, not having that. Fastest way to get yellow cares? Well, the fastest is just to spam like 50s or 150s, but I wouldn't really recommend it. I would, because you can do 400s without Blood Fury or yellow cares. So I would just stick to like whatever's the best money raid you're doing right now and not really worry about it. It sucks because it would make some raids easier, but it's also not a mandatory thing anyway. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I mean, if you don't feel like you're good enough, you just need to practice, because yellow Karis doesn't really magically make it so you can do like 100 higher, unfortunately. Because at the end of the day, yellow cares doesn't mean you can survive dumb mistakes. It might save you on one of them, but most of the ToA mistakes, they usually two-shot you like messing up Akka memory or something, and it doesn't really help having a yellow cares for stuff like that. If you feel like you're getting out-sustained by these bosses, that means you're probably doing them wrong. Like Akka and Baba would be your brew rooms, so that makes sense. You'll probably be expected to use a little bit, but not like a crazy amount to where you need yellow Karis to break that threshold. I have a 400s video that doesn't use Blood Fury or Karis. It has a Karis in the inventory, but I never actually used a spec on it because I was like, you know, I don't think it's actually necessary. Turns out it wasn't, so you can use that as like a good example if you want to see what they're like. Is there a big difference between level 0 and 2 to 4 bosses? Yeah, there's a pretty decent difference. Mechanically, no. It's just when you have to fight a boss for a lot longer, then you'll really start to notice it. That fighting them longer means you have to deal with the mechanics for a lot longer. I didn't death charge. It's fine. Walk the Path probably adds on, I'm gonna guess about somewhere between 1 to 2 minutes to your raid, assuming you're doing BKAZ. But other than that, it doesn't really change too much. Akka's definitely the biggest difference there. Zebak doesn't really matter. Oh no, that 400s video I didn't do double power. That was a 500 with no cares at all. I had no source of healing other than SGS that whole run, which is kind of crazy. Still made it work though. But don't sweat it too much. Don't worry, if you're at 250, don't worry about the cares. It'll come with time. Even I did like 250s when I first started doing raids. And I thought I wouldn't be able to handle Insanity for a while. It's all about the mentality. Oops. Wasn't paying attention. Oh, release Insanity? Yeah. I would die on Insanity like every 2 raids because I would just lag out midway hitting skulls. Oops. I don't use prayer, no. Not a big deal to use augury or whatever people use. It makes no difference right now. Later on it'll make a difference though. Once they take out some of the damage from occult and move it to augury, then I'll of course switch over. Whoa, lag there. This is where I regret the setup because I don't have a ZCB, so I have no good damage. We doodling. Might fail DPS here. No, we're good. Why not use Tbow here? I think webweaver's slightly better. Honestly, Tbow probably is better. I don't know. Tbow's like definitely like a B or C tier weapon here when it comes to range, but it's probably better with the quiver. I didn't consider it. It's a good point though. I could check the calcs for. I mean, ideally, I just use like ZCP when I wanted to bring it. Yeah, like you don't hit very high with it. But it's probably better than webweaver, to be honest. I just need to not be lazy and make this a blowpipe or ZCB. Well, I guess blowpipe, because if I was to pick one, I'd definitely pick the blowpipe. That's what I get for changing my tile indicators to look really faint. I didn't even know what tile I was on. Checking calc right now. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Now we are happy that we are maging Zebak because we have hit a 23 on our Seercull. Yo, is Soul Pack grind over? It is not. Just taking some breaks. I think 540s is very chill content, the way I do it, so want to get some money, you know? Coliseum Prince, yeah. How much are splinters anyway? I know this is still better money. ToA is still a good bit better money than Colo, but Or did you take the double power pill? I'm going power life. I'm chilling, bro. Power life is the real pill. You would expect most high-level players doing 540s to go, you know, max efficiency and double power with Tbow. But I'm on the reclined gang. Fully reclined right now. $540? Oh boy, that's bad. I mean, the only thing for me is that I would just need to flick a little bit more at Zebak and Kephri, but I'm really lazy right now. Power life is like the way to go when you're lazy. Yeah, ToA's still undeniably better. I'll just do it now, because I'm just gonna Karis now instead of worrying about the tick heal. Because I'll just heal it off later. I got all these restores, I guess I could take ZCB. Stop caring about GP when you had 100 mil bank. I don't know why. I would care a lot at 100 mil personally, but it's a lot of stuff to get. It's a lot of stuff to get at 100 mil. I would care a lot still, but I know what you mean. Like, as someone who's like super rich, like I am already in comparison, kind of weird. I, for one, find a lot of enjoyment of using my money on big merches. And also, you know, the fact that number go up is always good. So come when? Probably never. I'm not doing. There's a lot of tasks I just don't care for. And just earn the gear at that stage without GE. That's called Iron Man. Not doing Iron Man. If you bought 30 pickaxe, I will never buy a 30 pickaxe. Absolutely not. Not because it's expensive. I have the money. It's about the message. I ain't giving no mercher my monies. I'm the one that merches. I'm not the one that gets merched. I hope you understand the thought process behind that. Absolutely no way I ain't getting merched and getting laughed at. You know, like this dumb guy bought a 3rd pickaxe for 13 bill just so he can look wealthy. When he mines the Akka puzzle, absolutely not. 13 bill, I can buy like, I can like big brain the next merch and turn that into 20 bill. Point of the game? You mean to look rich? Well, I don't care about looking rich. I care about doing DPS. Or, you know, chilling and getting money. Either way, but the 3rd pickaxe functionally has no other value other than aesthetic. And it bugs me more that people are just merching it because of that. It's like buying... It's like, you know what this is? It's just like how I feel IRL. I don't buy Gucci or any of those like vanity brands. I think they're a waste of time. It's a market for the insecure who want to look wealthy. Absolutely not. I'd rather buy legit 10 shadows and wait for them to go up. That would be a better use of my money. I do see the appeal going to get your own stuff. Like I keep my own scythe. I've never sold that scythe specifically because it was actually my scythe that I got. So when I got it back in the day, I bought it from my team for like 3 bill, which was the price or something. Anyone else have that hot opinion where I think brand clothing looks worse than if you just went out of your way to look for clothes that just look good on you? Like when I see someone dressed in like 5 different brand clothings and, you know, with the names all over them, it looks trashy to me. Where's the Seercull Warden now? You don't get any like real DPS off Seerculling it. A Cursed Scepter was like remotely barely worth it. And that drained more than Seercull did at a much higher... while dealing more DPS. There you go. Seercull is like less DPS, obviously, than... Well, it feels a little laggy. I'll just kill the skulls because I want the HP and I'm too lazy to like unskip. Once I've like started hitting skulls, I'm like, I just want to skip at this point. Want to kill the whole thing at this point. Probably pay attention. Dude, after playing around with the Bofa so much... After playing around with the Bofa so much, this thing feels like a 6-stick weapon now. Oops, misclicked. Oh boy. Why do people click way off to the left? I don't know. I could dodge this, but I'm too lazy to. I'll dodge when it gets more important. I think I'll actually die if I don't. I'm dodging floor slam. This is easier, honestly. Because you can stop yourself from moving by clicking the boss anyway. So instead of having to click instead of having to click a particular tile, you can just click far off. And when you're going left to right, obviously, you only need to move one at a time. Whereas right to left, you need to move two. So that's literally the only particular reason. Alright, we'll be slightly more efficient. We will do a toxic blowpipe. Whoa. Sorry, a blazing blowpipe. And that's it. Yeah, I want that. Good clothes are the stuff that you wear 10 years later. How's it going, Randall? Hello, hello, all caps. More mouse movement? Yeah. But it's also mindless mouse movement is the way I've seen it. You just kind of like click all the way out there. Which is compared a lot easier than clicking a particular, spot. Oh my god. In the 500s that kills, but not in the 540s. Oops. What the fuck did I do my setup? I missed the maracas, dude. Dude, I'm like spawn killing these monkeys. Old man clicks returned. Whoa, don't touch me. Oh, that's rude. I clear. I think I live. Suckers. Can't take me out. Why Slayer Helm? I don't have a Slayer Helm. This is a Blood Torva Helm, sir. Hardcore raid, but we dying. And still doing the raid. Best kind of raid. Hacker man. There, you're good. Don't worry about it. Oh my god, I went to scratch my head. I wasn't ready. I think I lost a tick there. I'm just dying to get my HP up. You got it, you got it. See, he knows. Oh my god, I forgot to do a regular range pot for this blowpipe. Now it doesn't one shot. By the way, that's proof right there. You don't need to one shot. You just want it. You just want a one shot because you're a wuss. Anyway. Accurate? Ooh, maybe accurate does let me hit 27. I don't think it does, though. It appears that I am in Narnia. Oh, my leg. Well, if we die, we die. Take me out. You have failed today, Baba. I always have the legendary 6-tick red X. Never mind. For how to do it. Where's your range pot sip? I messed up, dude. I forgot. Dude, how do you guys 6-tick red X? I don't remember the timing half the time. No, I was hitting 25 because I missed, I think, my leg switch. I hit 26 normally. I can't use the blowpipe spec because I have overly draining on. Unfortunately. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. These runs make it more entertaining. I was just getting low to make it more interesting. I'm so like unpracticed with 6-stick because I only pull it out when I really need to, and that's somewhat rare. PC and internet awesome. 66. I can make the ping go lower if I went to an east world. It goes down to like 9. What'd you get on that raid? I got a shadow. I'm kidding, I didn't get shit. Usual. Oh, misclicked. Wait. No! I wasn't paying attention. Well, it's not doomed, it's just gonna be slow. It's fine. Why does it stop clicking there? Interesting. Gotta do the classic method. Kill me. I'll take it. Deserved it. I think that was the game's threshold of how much stuff I can get away with. Bad RNG. Technically true. But, man, you know how the game treats it. It's like, I think you've gotten away with murder a little too much this raid. I think it's time to humble you just a little bit. Did I bring a webweaver boat into the raid even though I brought a... Did I bring webweaver? Even though I had a blowpipe? Interesting. I don't know, but I've never heard of that strategy. Or did I just take it out? Interesting. I don't think I've heard of that strategy. Oh, alright, hold on. I gotta cancel out this range. I want a regular range spot. There you go. Am I forgetting something in the setup? Twisted bow. Yes, that'd be pretty important for Warden. How come you were allowed to die once because you're hardcore? I just did. Don't worry about it. But actually, if you want the actual answer, it's anytime you get a double death, so you kill the boss same time, you'll be able to keep going throughout the raid. Old man clicks. Thought I was about to get a good old taste of the sick nerd right there. Jesus. Game is ruthless today. Every time I mess up, I don't really mess up, but even though I'm using like tank gear to like tank these rangers, I'm getting fisted. Oh. That is pressing. These volatiles spawn pretty close. I didn't think I procced that one. That was far away. Bone Dagger better than here? Yeah, if you have overly draining and it's like high enough raid level. Messing up on the monkey room that much. Essentially minus 30 seconds because I don't get to Bone Dagger. A little depressing, but I'll get over it. That's a weird red X. Bruh. Oh. Dude, I can't even do a four-way switch. I'm molding. Dude, these rocks make me unable to super drag, which is a little annoying. I think I lost a tick, so I'm just gonna double hit. Yeah, that's pretty much how much time I expect that to be without a Bone Dagger. Billion years. A back-to-back Vendor Shard? Nice, dude. 200 kill count, Jesus. That's a lot of Vendor Shards, dude. I think those things are like 20 mil almost, right? Coliseum really brought the prices of that thing up. What's the reasoning of the order of the bosses? You always go Baba, Kephri, Akka, Zebak because super combats get you to 118, salts get you to 125. That's a difference of 7 only. However, Akka and Zebak are both generally considered mage and range bosses primarily. Like the primary source of your damage is going to be mage and range, right? Super ranging potions and heart only get you to 112, so you get a difference of 13 levels. Which makes it so that BKAZ is going to be best for DPS. Pretty much. There's some other minor benefits to BKAZ. Pre-potting is a little bit stronger for Monkey Room than it is on the other, places. Because you get a combat, encounter right away instead of having to do a puzzle first. And there you go. That alone will probably save you like a minute on every raid. Let's do a Bone Dagger poke, because I do not want to proc this guy. Perfect. Thrall, do not. I'll be so pissed. Wait. Okay. I messed up. I can't swarm that far, actually. I didn't set this ranger to the right spot. And I decided to... I'm trolling. I didn't run there, so I didn't move that guy to the right spot. And because I got Venom so much, my anti-Venom, I don't have an anti-poison. How much slower is it to do Akka first? A lot slower, I would say. I would say probably if you're doing Akka first, not even at the end, I'm gonna say you're probably down about 3 minutes on average per raid. The hell is this guy doing? I take a screenshot of this guy. I never see this guy at ToA. can't click anything. What? I gotta replay that. That was actually funny AF. I need to. I know exactly what happened, but I want to get a breakdown of it. That was fucking hilarious. I did not expect that to happen. Hold on. Oh, that was funny. I'm pretty sure the shaman spawned a monkey and then I red clicked it. I gotta see it. Yeah, he spawned it and I spam right clicked it. Like, I was already making the mistake, but that's funny. Okay. This is what you get for, this is what I get for not doing a shift click on every single movement I do. Ooh. A cape's a cape. $700 coffer, of course. We're prepped, dude. We're prepped. Number go up. That's what matters. Get the first out of hardest out of the way. I see what you mean. I know that's a very old strat people used to do, actually, is to do Akka first. I just want to warn you, you're gonna fail like every DPS check. Doing Akka first is asking for trouble. I was so paranoid I was about to run into that. This is probably the worst possible way to utilize these volatiles. That was kind of talented. Oops. Yeah, we're doing some ToA. Definitely rusty though on the max setup. I missed my webweaver bow already. I'm like clicking the most random stuff that has nothing to do with this room. Does getting quiver enable VP a little bit better? Well, it just would be a little troll not to bring quiver, because it's just so much damage for Warden P2 and Akka, but it's not a crazy difference. On Eternal Boots, well, Eternal Boosters aren't that good to begin with in this current patch. Maybe in the next patch, I'll consider a little bit more. I used to bring Eternal Boots on my old setup anyway. Alright. Don't need to walk that. You have to make the Eternals? No. You can still use them. If you looked at my 3039 clear, I think I had Eternals in there. They're definitely not doing a crazy doing much for now. They only save like 10 seconds on a raid. But obviously, the reason I'm using quiver and blowpipe is because back then I brought a webweaver for the explicit purpose that I would not bring a quiver or bring an assembler so I could save a slot, which still isn't that bad of an idea. Like, it's a great pack yak setup. But if I'm gonna bring an assembler, I feel bad not bringing the blowpipe. There's technically nothing stopping me from doing quiver and webweaver just like I did in the beginning of the stream. There's absolutely nothing stopping me from doing that. Because I do admit having the webweaver definitely makes the monkey room a lot easier. If I get back to well practiced on the blowpipe, it'll just be faster, but right now I'm very rusty on it. Because it's overly draining? No, it's ZCB is still efficient to bring. I'm just not bringing it because I don't care for the, like because of overly draining, the time save isn't as much. But ZCB is still a little above the Eternals on the setup. Not by much. But if Akka chooses range, then ZCB is going to be my BIS range weapon there. A decent chunk. Akka's got a pretty similar stat line to like Leviathan. Pre-awakened Leviathan. Where like Tbow's not so good, blowpipe's okay, Bofa's good, ZCB's good. How to play so zoomed out? Do you know why I'm playing zoomed out like this? Like that half the time? It's because my mouse wheel is kind of broken. It doesn't let me zoom in. I'm just trying to get used to it. I don't like it either. Trust me. It is probably my least favorite thing. I didn't click that swarm. That's -1. I don't play like that because I like to. I do it out of necessity. Yeah, my mouse, my zoom in just like bugs out. Like there, I did nothing but scroll in. Zooming out works perfectly fine. Like, look, no issues. But zooming in, half the time it just tries zooming out. More or less the same speed. It's a good bit slower. It's probably, I would say, I'm gonna guesstimate about 10 seconds slower if you're very well practiced with the blowpipe. It does take a bit of skill to make the blowpipe really shine, which apparently I'm lacking, it feels like, but how come you don't pipe the first set of swarms? You know? Why would you say something so obvious that I didn't think of? Holy shit, I have a blowpipe. I should use it. I think you got your answer there. I completely forgot I had a blowpipe. That would help. Oops. How come you don't do top instead of ToA? How fucking dare you? We've been pinging you for the last 3 days to come top. Where the fuck have you been? I will remember this transgression. I'll remember this transgression, Soban. You dirty ping ignorer. I'll remember this. We've been DMing you to come top for the last few days. You've been super Mia. I was like, where's this guy at? How dare you? Got me in public with a holy scythe. SMH. Can't wait to flick augury in this room. I'm absolutely not flicking augury. Absolutely not. I will go back to my exact same inventory I had before, which is no quiver, no webweaver, or sorry, no blowpipe, just so I can camp augury in this room. I will do it. Oh my god, it's level 4. Boots take off. I'm too lazy, dude. It's not that big of a deal. Oops. Look how tanky I am. I'm gonna need it because he's gonna switch to melee because I keep getting meleeed. I mean, I got the spec, so it doesn't matter. I need to sun Al Sun. What am I wearing? Arams? How did I tank that melee? My tank mage gear. I cannot believe Jagex unironically wrote that in a post as their reasoning for not buffing Arams. It's their tank mage gear. I was like, excuse me? This thing has 0 range defense. Where does this tank anything? They were unironically saying Aaron's was battle mage gear. No way. British don't have much tank use. Yeah, I really want to break. When I'm maging Olmhand, I'm really scared of those melee attacks, man. You know, like, yeah, that's certainly gonna help me. Oops. Dude, my memory is not as good. I don't know what's... I think it was like this. Don't auto switch. No, it's my fault. I'm gonna drop the ego, I'm gonna heal. Jesus, I destroyed him. That was like the fastest face I've ever had. So on keepback, do you switch from melee? You can. I don't recommend doing it for every single attack, and not for every single weapon. So the reason I do it sometimes when I'm fanging, you'll see I do it in the Bofa setup from the most recent video, as well as when you'll see I do it when I'm using Fang, because Fang is a 5-tick weapon and Akka's a 6-tick monster. Eventually you get to a point where you will like start losing ticks. So I'll pray melee if I think I'm gonna start losing ticks to kind of like reset this cycle. Not even level 4 Zebak, what is actual F is your luck? I'll have you know, I want a level 4 Akka. Level 4 Zebak. Level 4 Zebak is better than level 3. Level 4 Akka is pretty big time loss compared to level 3. You gotta get to the point where you're like based and you know that. Getting the extra memory from Akka is so much worse than Zebak getting leveled up. When I was doing that Bofa run, I've never been happier to see a level 5 Zebak in my life. Because that means Akka is level 2. Best thing I've ever seen. I got 4 restore, I'm chilling. Level 4 Zebak, you can't flick barrages? You can. You just gotta tank the ranged, which is fine. The setup plans for that. Yeah, I pray against anyway. I'll take that 50 any day. If it's a range on barrage, you just take it. It'd be like that. Why would you tank range and not wearing arms? You know what? You got me there. No, if you see, I actually do that though. Like, when it does barrage on mage, or barrage on range, I will just pray mage anyway. Now, I've done a bit of testing. I'm pretty sure if you don't have, well, if you have like a ZCB and you're comparing the time save of a ZCB to always praying against the barrages in a level 4 Zebak, it's about the same, if not better, to actually pray against the barrages and just use your spec on Sun instead. Is that a home run? Not a home run. I think the barrage because you don't have a Karis. Yeah, that'd be kind of obvious. If you don't have a way to heal, it would suck pretty bad. Why do I have this many viewers at 3 in the morning? You guys just like wake up, just like Patrick Star and go, oh boy, 3 a.m. Time to watch this nerd get nothing at ToA. Or is it, or are we on Aussie time? Oh, so I'm the only degen here, and you guys are just Australian? Dang. Skipped to work to watch my stream. Appreciate it, man. Big mistake, but appreciate it. I would like to say that your decision is not very financially responsible, sir. But I respect it. And he's at work watching the stream. That's what you want to see. Only on the company time. Your stream puts me back to sleep. You know what? That's fucked up, but I respect it. Honestly, kinda right though. Most RuneScape streams at some point do probably put you to sleep. Especially, I do play a chill playlist anyway, so honestly, I kind of called for. Buying Sandfew 3 dose, buying Sandfews in general, and 3 doses are a way to make it so that I can bypass the buy limit of 4 dose a little bit, because I don't have any alts right now. Just buying Sandfews in general. Oops. Or there's no secret to Sandfew 3 doses over 4 doses. I buy them both. Oh, different doses have a shared limit? Huh. Well, if they do, then I've been doing nothing. PP slot worth. There you go. Hella value right there. We haven't done bombs yet, right? I don't think we've done bombs yet. I mean, absolute wuss and sun now. I'm like the only psychopath I think that likes playing 80 ping, a little over 8 ping. I have the option to go to basically playing on LAN, and here I am. How much is mace? 288 mil. What a ripoff. Ah, forgot to resummon throw. You know, I'm gonna just take a wild guess that I assume... Oop. Suffering is better than Magus for this specific phase. I'm gonna add that to my knowledge bank of things I'll never use. Yeah. Just in case I've been making a few of those mistakes, I'm gonna shamelessly stun now. And because the viewers are begging, I will do a boots takeoff. I'll even augury camp because this is why I brought the 1 billion restores. We're ready for the future. This setup is ready for the future. Switch and maze in between tags? Absolutely not. If I didn't lose a max hit on Fang, I would do Guardians. Fun fact, actually, if anybody here is an aspiring Nexer, Guardian boots are pretty decent over Primordials. If you're doing like a, you know, a standard Masori top and bottom kind of thing. Because you have the same 46 max hit with Lightbearer, with Fang at Nex. Their UK equivalent to 416 Tob. Weeder raids LFR. I swear. All of you. I don't think there is a UK equivalent. Back in the day, it used to be the other... It used to be the high-risk UK world, but I think... I forgot to throw war crimes. Anyway, back in the day, it used to be the UK high risk world, but I don't know if that's still the case. Well, I need to load up some Tob learners again. I did some on Tuesday, and I haven't done it any since. We gotta rebuild the Tob community. Yo, how's it going? I'd like to pronounce your name, but I don't know how to speak it. The Nihongo. I can love Tob learning. Yo, Soba, when are we doing Tob though? For real, for real. Gotta get back into the HMT so I can't be seen in public with my holy scythe. We'll do another skip here. Is ECB not worth a quiver? Well, it's worth. I'm just being lazy right now and I don't want to flick. So I just want more slots. And ZCB doesn't save that much time in a 540 because overly draining's on. So. Oh, true. We probably don't have a turn. Somehow didn't lose a tick on that. How's it going, Gary, as well? I clicked on that one. It's ruined. Perfect wardens. I'm taking that one, I don't care. Can we do any less DPS? $35 on the dot. What do you think about Lotto Tech? Dude! Thumbs down, thumbs down. Anyway. What a shame this game has been. And Lotto Tech is bait. I wouldn't do it. Lotto is useful in some places, but not ToA. There's that one guy that says Lotto is insane in ToA. He's trolling. I just gotta tell you that. That guy's trolling. I'm gonna do webweaver just because my brain can't handle the drag of blowpipe right now. It physically cannot. To pronounce Itl, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's pronounced however I want it to be. Zebak with a lot of sounds heavenly. Oh, you don't want to know. Like, I was like, look how insane it is at Zebak. And it's like a 6-minute Zebak in like a 200 raid. Because it has like -3 accuracy. He pulled up the DPS compared to a rune crossbow and it was like half. And I was like, alright, I've seen enough. You can't say this thing is good. It seemed like it slapped that monkey room. They have like, you know, -400 defense. But if you were planning on binning your whole setup and using a Lotto, I would like for you to reconsider. Oops, kind of forgot about that. I'm sure we'll be fine. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. That's why we play ToA. That's why we do ToA. For that one moment. Monkeys. Actual aneurysm. Whoa, it like snuck close to me last second. Alright, so I got... That last poke gave me just enough HP to not get chanced by this melee. But if it spawns any monkeys... You guys knew me well. Did I get Coliseum Pet? Not yet, no. We just want to take a break and do some ToA instead. Because doing the same content for that long is also kind of boring. Please explain to me why you've tagged every monster except to Volatile. Look, the machinations of my mind are an enigma. That's all you need to know. I like surprises. What? I have piety on! No! Ow! Thought I clicked rigor. Guess not. Ow. Oh well. How many Red X methods are there? Would it be elitist if I said there's only one good one? No, I'm kidding. For solos, there's only one good one. That's 5 to 1. But 5 to 1's a lot more complex to learn, so I know a lot of people haven't learned yet. The standard 6-tick Red X people mostly use is the one that most people do. There's just very small differences some people do for setting it up and the crystal. The one I do is called 5 to 1, so you don't lose any ticks actually, whereas the regular one you actually lose a tick every single time you fang. Now, if you care about 16% DPS, then you should learn 5 to 1. If you don't care, then go ahead and do regular. Regular is also, the regular 6-tick Red X is also far easier to do prayer flicks on. So you can turn Bob into full supplyless, whereas mine, it's a little bit harder to flick because you have variable fang timings in comparison to Baba's attacks. But it's up to you. You can flick it. I just wouldn't recommend it just because there's a little bit more aids. It's fine. We'll redeem our monkey room. Oh boy. Dang, I underutilized. Oh, never mind. I accidentally big brained dragging the mages in there. That'll work. All planned. No! Curses. The homie who does 35 talking about red X, he does crystal. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like, all 6 ticks red X's boil down to the same thing, which is click something underneath for the crystal and then go in on the same timing. At the end of the day, this is a 6-tick cycle that you just have to reset over and over like this. So you see when your character like fangs, when he's like coming out of Baba, all you do is do a last second step under. And then kind of like get back into like the cycle, if that makes sense. You see now my fang is like hitting on different timings. Well, now it's that timing, but this is mostly viable in solos and duos. I wouldn't really do it in any other team size, because when you do it on other team sizes, ow. When you do it on other team scales, people have to like run around deal with rocks and stuff, and that's not really too worth it when you have to start doing those mechanics and lose ticks potentially. Oh, my clicks are so bad right now. I see. We have an issue. Now we must 6-tick. Reluctantly, but... I could die here. Spare me. Are you sure this thing's charged? Doesn't seem like it. This is the worst. Having a no Bone Dagger and having to 6-tick red X. This actually slows down the room by like a minute and a half almost, it feels like. How many bullet shards do you have? I think like 2 more in the bank. I haven't bought that many. We're bringing Bone Dagger for first 500. I would say so. There's not many slots that really compete with that much amount of speed, but it's up to you. Like, if you're planning on taking like over 40 minutes, then it's not that big of a deal if you don't take it. And generally, you're trying to play on the safe side and not die, so maybe having an emergency stun or something might be more important to you. But Bone Dagger is one of the best time saves in a 500 plus. At least if you hit on it. What about Seercull? Definitely no. Seercull, at its peak performance, saves you like 20 seconds. That's definitely not that important for a first 500. Just take the L there on that time. When is it worth to bring the Seercull? You have overly draining on, and I would say at least 450. Well, that's a little bit weird. Ideally, you don't have overly draining at 450. You hopefully have it on at only at 500 plus, but I know some psychopaths these days have been running like a 450 with overly draining. Where the fuck I am? Bouncers? I think that was a little too late for the Bone Dagger. That or just rolled a 0. Did I get soul pad or just changing it? Just changing it up. A little bit bored of Fortis for a little bit. Not a fan of a Curse Scepter? Oh, I'm a huge fan, but yeah, it got nerfed. The Curse Scepter got nerfed to the point where it's not usable. Huh. I wonder why I didn't attack the soldier there. Again. How to get nerfed, never got the memo. So a Cursed Scepter was never intended to be very accurate. But by some stroke of luck, bug, whatever, it turned out to be extremely accurate. Because apparently it was rolling off all the bosses as if you were running a 0 invocation raid. Which means it had about 75% accuracy on Zebak, 90+% on Wardens, all that jazz. Sometime during Leagues 4, they seem to have changed that. So it actually checks what invocations you're doing, what raid level you're at, and adjusts accordingly. Now, that means that means the Cursed Scepter goes from 70% plus accuracy to like 30% in a raid where it's like starts to be worth it to take it. And it's a really big bummer because there's some like niche uses you can use it for as a Bofa user. You can use it at Wardens for a very consistent defense reduction back then. better than BGS even, on average. But now it's just in the dirt. And of course this wasn't blogged, but it was bugged to begin with. So I guess it's fair in that respect. The Curse Scepter was never supposed to be that strong. But it was a very small niche, and now it's completely useless. Now the smallest niche is like for like Olm Hand, just like Rollos. It's as useless as Rollos is now. Thanks, Jagex. And then, yeah. My scepter misses all the damn time. Yeah, you went from having 75% accuracy to having like 30-ish. It got more than... It's less than half as accurate as it used to be. I have to smash because I messed up the one down timing. Smash. Why can't I? Oh. Just need to make some space. This is why I should not unload the bag. Because if I didn't unload the bag, I wouldn't have to mess around and equip. Hate that you can't one down with 95 mining and a 200. Yep. What the hell did I click to get to the same tile but path differently? Virtual level 108, nice. Well, if he swaps styles, it's completely my fault. I have no one else to blame but myself. Actually, I can blame the video game. Blaming the video game is always good. What the fuck am I doing, dude? I can't even zoom in! Freaking mouse is dead. I'm like furiously trying to zoom in right now, and it won't let me. Oh, we've zoomed in. We can now click the game. But I want to zoom out a little bit. I need to get a new mouse. I prefer not to die, so I'm gonna sun here. How is he not switched? How blessed am I, though? I can't... I don't know why I have this piece of knowledge in my head, but I can't think of the word blessed without thinking of that one video with the squatter that's like stealing electricity, and they're like, is this legit? And she's like, I'm blessed. That's the only way I can see that word. Like, she's got like the wires hooked up to her neighbor's house. And then when they ask her like, no, electricity isn't legit, she's like, I'm blessed. Shameless. I think I'm gonna start losing ticks. I'm gonna pray melee for a hit. Okay. My ankles. What the fuck am I doing right now? Alright. You know, that guy brings a fair point. 95 mining without a D pick? It's kind of suspicious, man. I respect it. Your account is a relic. Perfume department. Dude, why do I do? Ow. Oh. Gotten your solo staff yet? Yeah, like a year ago. I actually got my my second solo staff on stream. Not on stream, sorry, on vid. It was one of my first educational commentaries. I think it was 425. I'm gonna guess it was 425. That's when I got my my second solo shadow. Wait, no, that's my first solo shadow. My first shadow I got in a split raid, my bad. And then my third shadow is also split. I've only gotten one solo shadow, and that was on video. Am I due for another soon? Dude, I'm like on the 3 or 4 times rate for my next one here. Kind of depressing. But I try not to be little whiny boy. We just do ToA. Skill issue, you got me there. I should just get it. It does kind of put a pain into my heart when I see someone post on Reddit their loot tab. It's like loot from 1,000 ToA kills. And they have like half my purples, but double the shadows. Oh, a little bit lag there. How many shadows I got? I got 3, and I was forced to split 2 of them. SMH. I love how I shot with the... I shot with the webweaver anyway, because I was so concerned that... No, that was the right call. Because if I shot with the Seercull, I didn't have my quiver on at the time. I would have gotten sent to the moon. You were doing 210s as well. About that, one of my other friends, for the last month, I kid you not, for the last month, every week, he sends me a new screenshot of his next shadow, and every time it's always in like 300 invo max. He has 5 shadows now, and he has like less than 150 experts. I'm like, bruh, give me some of that. No justice. Doesn't accept Klezmanly, doesn't runs pillars with dens, yep. I am a walking controversy. The funny thing is, recently I've been trying to not run as many pillars, and guess what? I'm fucking dying. Game is hard, man. That's what I get for trying to get good at the game. Like, I went from dying like once every like 10 to 15 runs to dying like every like 8 because I'm trying to play the game properly. Probably more than that. I'd pray mage versus these barrages, but I don't want to adrenaline for it if I go power life. Normally I do it when I don't end up sunning in Akka or having to adrenaline in Akka. Because I did, I'm gonna be letting this boy heal. I was ready to adrenaline sun if needed. Change your tunes. You mean like the music? I am confused by your wording, good sir. Whoa, man. Your policy on Zebak barrage? Hey, that is an adaptable policy on how much I messed up earlier on Zebak. on Zebak, on Akka. If I didn't mess up so much on Akka... He's gonna hit me before this regens. That would be alright. Completely depends. If I don't mess up at Akka and got an extra adrenaline dose, I use it there instead. But because I done goofed and had to use it early at Akka, I am unable. Man of no integrity, though, you're right. SMH. A true man never compromises. And then I end up having like no sun here and I die. Imagine. I want to zoom in so bad and my mouse won't let me. Ow. Yeah, I need a new mouse. I didn't undergrasp. No. If he's like less than 10 HP on that grasp, saves you like 2 seconds. Almost. Alright, I'll be a non-arrogant streamer and I will sun. Quick guys, you have 10 seconds. Tell me your most controversial OSRS opinion. Slayer sucks. Respect. You may pass. That skill does suck balls. It is a solid mid-tier skill, and the only reason I like it is because it trains my combat skills. Whoa! I think I noticed. If it wasn't for the Slayer skill exists so you can get your Slayer helm buff. That is it. That is all. Old death mechanics immediately. Holy fuck. That's a brave soul. I don't agree with that one, but you fulfilled your assignment. You may pass. Dupe protection should never be a topic for discussion. Dupe protection. Yes. Jagex keeps bots around for reasons. They definitely get paid off. There's no way. Prayer's broken. Elaborate. How so? Too overpowered? Training skill sucks? I agree with both. Honestly, it's not a very in-depth skill either. Black Mask looks better than Slayer Helmet. I respect it. The only reason I like Slayer Helmet is because you can recolor it a bunch. The only reason I can't agree with old death mechanics, honestly, I could be convinced for old death mechanics because it would make the game a lot more exciting if you were, let's say I was in line to lose a bill right now, there would be like 1,000 people watching me. If this was a real 540 and I was actually going to lose this like shadow, if I died, there'd be like 1,000 people watching me. I could be convinced. My real controversial take is all skills should have a 120k XP active and 45k-ish. I will disagree with that one specifically. I see your point, but I will disagree with it because I think having some skills be known as aids or fast skills is good. That being said, there should be more things to do in that skill. So for example, like, I assume you're pointing out like rune crafting, right? And potentially like mining. I think there should be more things to do in that skill if it's going to be aids to train, but it should still be known as aids to train, like it's so slow, blah, blah, blah. But there should be fun things to do it within it still. All bosses should have fat XP multipliers. I agree with that one. Honestly, there's no reason for good bosses to not have good XP multipliers. It's hard content, not AFK. And by making bosses, this one I fully agree with in every way, because by making hard bosses give good multipliers, you encourage people to really get out there, even if they don't have the best stats. And that's how you get people to stay in the game, is get them to do content that's engaging. Like my friend, he learned Tbow with like high 80 combats, and he just ended up training his attacks and stuff off, you know, not his attack, strength, defense, whatever, off Tbow, and it was a great time. I think more content should like have good multipliers like that. Oops. You may know that friend as well. He has created... I'll do a shameless plug for him since I'm mentioning him. That friend is Questing Pet. He has created the mistake tracker for both TOB and ToA. He was the one who trained his combat stats off TOB. Download his plugins. Your advertisement is now over. Ow, 27? I didn't even notice that one. That one too. I want to zoom in so I can click better, but I can't. Let me zoom in, mouse, please. Oh, got a little zoom in. Is this shadow on? Doesn't seem like I'm hitting squat right now. Why did the music abruptly shut off? How dare you? I was listening to that. $900 kills. Nothing. brush and we're at, hold on, I need to look at this tombs. 1, 2, 3. Ignore the next kills. But no, this dry streak is nuts right now. Back in my day, I would stream this, I would get 3 purples a stream. And I complained twice as much to Jagex. Can't believe it. We're on 127 right now, if I'm not mistaken. 3, 15, 18, 29, 42, 61, 93, 127, yes. 127. I can in fact do basic math slowly, eventually. Training combat on real content unusual? I would say for the vast majority of people, yes. Assuming you're thinking of real content as in like raiding. Most people just train off Slayer. I think that's what I did too. I trained off Slayer and NMZ and all that stuff. Dude, I missed the maracas. The maracas just slapped so hard. I'm gonna say that was worth it. Some may disagree, but I'm gonna say that was worth it. Bro, I land this perfectly in between. Boom. The only thing you hate about ToA is one of the only things I like. And Baba. 0. Alright. can't wait to noodle this guy for the next 3 years because my Bone Dagger missed. Okay, I'm actually doing pretty good DPS for someone who should be noodling more than this. Complaining does in fact work. I love Bava, can't wait to noodle for 3 years. Whoa, whoa. True though. It's a love-hate relationship. Honestly, Tej, I used to full face tank this guy at 525s. Full face tank, 525s. It was fine, but the problem was the fight was still extremely boring. The base mechanics of the boss are not that interesting. 5-to-1 is the only possible thing that makes, in my opinion, this boss kind of fun. Decently fun, actually. 5-to-1 is decently fun, but it has nothing to do with the actual like boss mechanics other than this red X slam is the problem. I guarantee you, once you're going to be able to kill this boss with the changes, you're going to realize the boss is still boring. These mechanics aren't particularly that cool. In my opinion, like, the regular mechanics just aren't that fun either. I think the boss would be a lot more fun to fight at the end. The last 33% should have maybe like an invocation where she just starts. My idea was if you have every invocation for Baba on, you are allowed. You know how for Warden, Insanity is only available if you turn on Overclocked 1 and 2 first? My idea for Baba was that if you have all other invocations on, instead of making you do boulders again, you know, rolling boulders for 33%, she just does a kind of like DPS check-isk fight with you, where she locks down the arena and threatens to push you down the gap if you don't kill her in time. And then you can use like Ice Barrage, Smoke Barrage, and like Shadow Barrages as tools to delay, give yourself time to DPS her for longer. And then she's also like way more deadly with different mechanics during the fight. And then, you know, like Smoke and Shadow Barrage would help you like negate those mechanics. Or Venge could help you get those DPS checks and stuff like that. Maybe she's more vulnerable and like loses her defense ceiling thing, defense floor. Of course, it's optional invocation. Don't have to have it on. But that was one of my ideas for like the last 33% of Baba could be changed to do that with an invocation. I think it'd be funny in teams. She's like constantly like pushing you guys, threatening to shove you into the gap. That's one of my ideas. Very similar to the fight in Final Fantasy X against the Chocobo Eater Fiend, where he's like threatening to push you over a cliff. Pick up players and throw them. Yeet. My throw better not. I'm gonna resummon. I'm gonna resummon. Hold on. Oh. No risk taken. So I missed one swarm. I keep trying to go for Fang, Swarm, Fang, but I don't think it's possible. I think I need a 4-tick weapon to pull it off. Or blowpipe. Whoa, I didn't even see that. Well, that sucks. That might be a dead man. Okay, never mind, Blood Fury. Okay, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we're chilling now. It was a bit of a threat earlier, but now we're in position. Holy Blood Fury. I was in a redemption, but we're chilling now. Cannot complain. Oh, Blood Fury. Nice. Can I hit any worse? What's going on? My Fang doesn't have blood runes in it or something? Oh, Final Fantasy X fan instead of a Final Fantasy VII fan. It makes sense now. I have both. I like both. I've also played Final Fantasy VII. Although I have not played Rebirth. I'm a bigger fan of Final Fantasy's X story than 7. Although I like the relationship between Cloud and his waifus more than Titus and his waifus. It might have been because I played Final Fantasy X before I played 7. I have tilt problems running the same invos except soft core and no time limits. So that's gonna put you at -10, -10, 520. I wouldn't even run that, to be honest. I'd rather just do a 500 at that point. I feel like 540 is only worth running at 540. The Pathfinder stuff gets... I'd rather just do a regular base 500 at that point. So do the exact same raid, put the time limit on, or whatever. And then... what's it called? Take out the Pathfinder. And we can't do 500s, do 600s. Maybe onto something. You might be onto something. Hate wiping Akka, it does feel really bad. Well, if you run softcore, it's not too bad because at least you go double power, right? If you're going softcore, you just go double power. You can just re-salt, go back in, kill it. Kill Zebak with like a half-ass salt. And then go power again. Yo, I'll roll the pet again at 11 KC. The die because I had no resources. No. Oh, but you got it again and got it. Nice. Congrats, dude. Ow. Guys on the pet, man. It's humongous. I swear like 2 weeks ago you didn't even have your first KC. Now here you are. Done. Actually no, you have to grind the quiver, right? Grind more things for it. I think you said you were an Iron Man. I could be wrong, but I swore you said you were an Iron Man. Looks like you did it on purpose. Yeah, I like ran back and forth and then clicked on it. Oh, not bad. Good Akka time. Dude, that last shadow, I was actually really scared of messing up the DPS check on it. I was noodling really bad on that one shadow. Yeah, if you die at the end of Akka, you're pretty much for sure gonna miss the time. I do highly recommend when you're first starting out 540s, take a setup that allows you to go double power really consistently, even if you have to flick more for it. And then always adrenaline for Akka. And be prepared to double sun. I really liked 525s for that reason, because you could just turn off overly draining. And you get sun twice, or even 3 times with one adrenaline spec. Well, that is a sad Seercull. I'll see you guys in 6 minutes. Ew, flicking though, yeah. Yeah. I guarantee you, I killed this thing in like 320. Let's go. I'm solving both rocks. Look at me. Absolute professional here. Webweaver bow? So I don't lose my marbles chasing a cursed baboon with blowpipe. That's the only reason. Oh, guess I'm not going that way. You know, for 2 Seercull, this is pretty fast. Both jugs hit boulders, Peter. It did look like it hit Zebak because the boulder was right in front of Zebak. Boulder was right here. And then it rolled like in a way where it pops like against them, almost. But that's because it actually scraped against the boulder first. But curious what the quiver's for, just for speed or P2? Yeah, exactly. It just speeds a P2 by a considerable amount. Not really. Honestly, it only speeds it up like 6 seconds. But It does help out Zebak slightly. But it lets me wear a blessing, so it kind of makes up for itself. If it had the exact same stats but didn't let me wear the blessing, I probably wouldn't do it. The only reason I wouldn't bring it is purely because this setup is built to... This specific setup I'm running right now is built so I don't really have to flick too much. Especially at like... I mean, I'm doing it because I'm bored, but... If I did like a normal setup, then I'd probably have to flick a little bit more at Baba. Probably like one tick. Not one tick. Oops. Missed that one. Made a safe up. I'd be more concerned about like safing up here as well. Honestly, I don't need to spray these either. I could just play camp like this. I should be using blowpipe, but I'm just gonna lose my marbles chasing. I've considered some extremely degen stuff, like banking the Masori chaps. Or to use the quiver instead, because the quiver's better. $449, you know what? Not bad. Like, yeah, I could have camped augury that entire Zebak without having to flick at all. Because now I have 5 restores going in. But I'm kind of used to flicking, so I have to unlearn flicking. Oops. The mess up your inventory switches, I'd get used to it. It wouldn't be that bad. In fact, the 4-way here is actually more aids than the 3-way, surprisingly. I'm so used to the 3-way that when I put on... The reasoning is, when I do a 4-way, my Inquisitor's Mace normally, with the Defender, goes where that cape slot would have been. But now that I have a cape slot, it's actually little aids, because I need to make space below it like this and do a 5-way. Did I forget to use thralls for this? Oh. The reason I have over 34 to SKC, Brute Force Max Gear was for the win, of course, man. Congrats on the quivers, of course. I think it's important to try to play to get good, but also if there's... Dude. It's like hiding above my prayer thing. If there's options for brute forcing, you know, look into them. A lot of people feel compelled to always play their best at all times. I'm chilling right now. Max gear? You can tank stuff? Okay. I know I ain't Wooks. I can't flick everything. But I can get an impressive amount of KC with about a fifth of the skill needed. We doing bombs? Not ready for bombs. I'm gonna wuss out and heal here. Although technically Wooks' method was funny too. He butterflied. Love that, man. Butterflied soul. That's some Giga Chad shit. I'm stuck behind the pillar, 10 or 11. I just claw the shaman out. Yeah. You're talking about when like the Minotaur's chilling next to him. You got solar flare and all that jazz. You just don't know what to do with him. Just claw his ass. Saving claw specs for 10-11 does so much work. It's insane. Just having one threat immediately removed is so important. I have a theory, and I know it's completely false, but I want you to listen to this theory. You know how Fang has a minimum hit? That shaman has a minimum hit of 15. You cannot convince me otherwise. That shaman always claps my cheeks every time he has a chance. I've never seen that shaman hit 1. Either hits a 0 or he hits a 15 plus. It's complete confirmation bias, but that shaman has a minimum hit, and I cannot be convinced otherwise. Yeah, the little major. Not the ToA shaman, the Fortis shaman. The rate of doing purple at 540, we're gonna get to about 17% with skull skips. About 17%. $9 mil an hour less, yeah. Got it. You missed a gravy train. I think Tbow does 11 DPS. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you kill him at 4 hits most of the time. $25 to $30 mil first 2 weeks. I think if you did it in the very first week, it was probably like 35 to 40 mil. But that's just the first week with the crazy Echo Crystal prices and Splinter prices when they were like 1200 plus. Yeah, it is kind of depressing. Dude, I thought today I had the biggest brain play. I was like, oh my god. I'm getting tilted by my second Warhammer at Tecton not hitting. What if I used Rollos? Because he's got like 260 range level. I checked his defensive stats. I'm like, okay, great. He has a defensive bonus of range of 0. This thing probably hits like almost every time. He's immune to ranged. I was like, what the fuck? Like not even like 90% resistant like mages. He's 100% immune to range, and I was like, man. I thought he was like 90% immune to range, so I was gonna hit like a 1-1 and reduce him like a billion, and then I can kind of like cope and say it's worth for Ice Demon or something, but no, it's worthless. Rollos is worthless completely. I can't even throw it at Tecton. It's just a maiden thrower. I was like, I found the one use for Rollos. Tecton, no. 100% immune. Not even 90% immune, 100%. good for Olmhead and Vasa. They're like good if you don't have a ZCB. So it'll never be good enough. It'll just be kind of there. And I'm pretty sure Dragon Warhammers is better for Vasa actually. / Eldermaul. Eldermaul will just be better for Vasa. Olmhead, it just doesn't have enough HP to be worth it in a scale, in a solo. If they bump up the reduction to, let's say, 25%, then it would be a little bit better. I think for how annoying it is to get one, and the level of content you need to be doing, I think that thing needs to reduce like 30% or have massively increased accuracy to be worth it. It can't have its current accuracy. Its current accuracy is just too sad. Didn't mean to click on that one. That tile is cursed. I've always run on that one. Kind of lightninged on it. I'll take this one. I don't really care. 17%er. Yeah, everything's just a bone. I guess you could see that way. 901, no purple. Time to complain. What's gonna make the Eldermaul so much better? Bruh. If the Blood Essence wasn't worth so much, it'd be doomed. I thought that was gonna be like a 50k loot. It's gonna be so the Eldermaul's gonna be better because it'll be 5% better reduction. 2, it'll be 25% more accurate than before. So right now, this is our hammer. It's hitting 155. Eldermaul, same setup. It's gonna be 167, so you got plus 12 without the defender, and it's gonna be 25% on top of this. So it's gonna be like plus 50 crush over the previous option. It's insanely good. You got Inquisitor basically built into your Eldermaul at all times. Sorry, your Warhammer at all times now. It's actually so much nicer. I'm gonna reluctantly do another one, and I really don't want to. How much is Maul? We're talking 144. Yeah, basically an extra like 40 crush accuracy. Plus it's just better. Super nice. Should you buy now? It's up to you. Like, it's gonna be used in 2 raids at least. It'll be used in chambers and used in Tbow for sure. It's up to you. Like, it's not the craziest upgrade you'll ever find, but it definitely is nice to have. Did I finally get the Coliseum pet? No, I haven't gotten it yet. I'm just taking a break from it. Just kind of burnt out of doing the same content over and over, so I was like, let's get a little bit of a break from that. Good night, Gary. I think we could repair this and barely make it in time. Dang it! Should have solved that puzzle earlier. Now we have regrets. Nothing but regrets. Huh. That's extremely depressing. I didn't think the webweaver would drag me there. Triple shaman all on the same side. Lovely. Ow. Oh. I need at least one. Very good, very good. That was a terrible monkey room. That was not good. Triple shaman and plus... what was it called? Triple shaman and plus I mess up the midway volatile. And then we hit a 2 and it hit 19. I love ToA. Need a Book of the Dead. What? Where's my Book of the Dead? Let me out! Always an escape route. It's because I have the Warhammer. I am not doing a raid without thralls. Absolutely not doing a run without thralls. You're out of your mind. No torture? No, I use a Blood Fury. I'm a main account. I have main account privileges. And use a Blood Fury. I know some irons may be depressed that they cannot do 540s, but I'm sure if they have a shadow, they're never coming back anyway. Very sloppy clicks. Also, I'm using rigger, but I wonder if I can drag the thrower into it too. Nice. I have acquired a new brain fold. Witness me. Nice. When red Xing Baba, when you're trying to drag Baba down, how many tiles can you walk down so you can insta red X again? You can walk as many as you want, so watch. If I really wanted to, you just lose ticks, is the problem. So I can walk him all the way down, watch. If I really wanted to. And it doesn't change it, anything other than I'm just losing ticks. Walking him down all the way down when you're doing this cycle. That's why you'll only see me walk a set number of them. I basically run until like my fang is ready to hit. Filthy piety campers. I love camping piety. So here I'm not going to drag him because I don't want to run to a rock. And now that I know where the rocks are. If you need me, I will be dragging Baba away from that. prefer not to be doing an impromptu inferno during my baba. I unequip Ferocious purely because extremely minor reason. I was going for a webweaver hit in between boulders on Baba herself. That's it. No other reason. Wanted a little extra accuracy so I can hit her 0.0001% more. Like, I probably have like a 20% chance to hit her. Taking off the replacing to Ferocious probably made it like 17% chance, maybe. I don't know. Guessing. Did I get small? I did not yet. But I want to take a break from it. So that's why I'm here. Like any sane man, I need a break from the content. Do I Akka ladder skip? No, I run middle. Ladder skip is only a thing in teams because you always want to have at least one person running middle. Because whoever's running middle can also deal damage to shadows if they are available. Just ran 4 505s. Always by chest. Yep. Welcome to the club. Enjoy your stay. Click the swarm. Aim hard. I'm missing at least one of these. I think I missed 2 swarms that run. Your most spoon, Pat? 9 KC. You gambled. Could be not as spooned. Assuming you gambled 8 of them. That's still really good. It's like a 10 freight, right? No, that's a 20 of freight. Yes, spoon. How dare you, Spoon, in my presence. I don't know why I thought it was 1 in 100. Yeah, 18 rolls. About a 10. Could be less rage inducing. What the hell did I just click? In the same spot? No. They kind of like kick each other out if they go into the same spot. If that makes sense. Rangers don't have to die yet. They're not healing her. Sure, they're chipping me for minute amounts, which is a little annoying. But they're not healing the boss. I have to be careful I don't get trapped right there. Because if I proc right there, I get bounced against this little like diagonal cubby, and then the bomb gets me. And you can always redemption right here. Well, not right here, but this line. Redemption there when you're at 9 or below. Level 2 Akka, we have been blessed today, boys. We are happy gamers. Which means we have a level 5 Zebak, but that's okay. What the? I meant to flip it. That Kephri method's usually pretty good about that time. That's after I let in about an extra 100 HP. Swarms go in too, remember. Pretty sure there is a solid keep back tutorial by someone. I don't remember their name. I'm gonna guess it probably wasn't Hisoka. I know he has a good double trouble gut lag. See how it is. Well, keep back only applies on range mage attacks, obviously. Basically don't want to be in melee range when he starts to wind up. The second he starts to wind up, if you were in melee range, you're gonna get blasted. After that, assuming you're trying to keep back and you're trying to, you know, stay on that 6-tick rhythm, I like to observe the hit splats on my own character when Akka, you know, does his attacks. A tick after the hit splat goes away, I like to move away from him. Is that generally the 6-tick timing? We failing the DPS today, boys? I think we are. I'm gonna tank it here. was like, where's my Sun Keris? Let's put that over there. Usual spot. I like the tank. I tried to skip it on yellow, but I mistimed it. Did it way too early, like a whole 3 ticks early. Bodhi said just to pray melee when you see the hit splat on your character. Oh boy. I mean, that's if you want to take every single melee, which I guess is fine. For 540 purposes, it's fine, but generally, it'd be better if you just learn how to dodge it. It's a little bit more intuitive for me because Akka is 6 ticks. Nightmare, if I'm not mistaken, is also a 6 tick monster, and she has like kind of like a dodgeable melee. So I'm kind of used to dodging Nightmare's melees. So it's kind of like a little similar in that regard. Especially if you end up taking like Quiet Prayers or something in the future. Not knowing keep back means you're gonna get slapped like 20. If that ever becomes like a viable invocation to take at some point. Like a long-term viable invocation, then yeah, that would suck. I was paying very close attention, eyes were peeled for that one. See, when it goes away, you can click back. Watch that hit spot. Sorry, not when it goes away. A tick after you see the hit splat on your character. Oh, let's go. I'll summon a mage troll and then I'll just summon a new melee troll. Even if I 2-shot him, it's fine. Quiver not worth it for 540s? I mean, I have a quiver. Quiver is absolutely worth it. I assume you're talking about Tbow and ZCB. It is technically more DPS, but it's not by a huge amount that I personally care. I'd rather have more space. It's very minor. It's extremely minor. Like a 6-away range versus a Seercull 8-way. But obviously, you're gonna need the mage anyway. Rock and stuff. Slash wardens. Once they make augury a better prayer, I imagine everyone's gonna run a similar setup where they'd rather just have more restores for using augury instead of flicking their brains out. I'm just getting ahead with the times, you know? I'm using a blessing and I just can't amethyst arrows because Seercull doesn't work very well with the quiver. It gets buggy when you use like both kinds of arrows. So I'm just using a blessing and amethyst. It appears that my Seercull rolled a 4% chance to hit a 0, and I didn't adrenaline thinking that would happen. Should have played around that 4%, I suppose. I now have a level 5 Zebak with no reduction. Whoopie-doo. Well, this is why I have all this prayer. Chillin'. That would have been a 3% with the Bone Dagger. Oh, genius. I'm an absolute freak at ToA. We've never seen this. Who else could pull that off? I have safe spotted the red blood cells. Casually playing some werewolf. Look, you gotta keep yourself entertained. Gotta keep the mind sharp. You gotta keep the mind sharp at all times. And that's why we're doing Power Life, so we can hit 84s on 123. Hold this salt for years. Unfortunately, you do not retain your Tbow max of 81 when you lose a single level. I can tank a barrage or two, actually. It's not bad for level 5 with no reduction at all, actually. You come from the future? What did I get? Would a raid of all the DT2 bosses be the most difficult raid? No, it would not be. You got a shadow. Who knows how far into the future that is? Hope is bleak. No, I go power life. You still hit 84 max, up to 123 magic. So I just go for the extra restores. The adrenaline would be kind of nice, so I can kind of like willy-nilly use it. But it doesn't really save much time in an overly draining raid. If this was like a 525 with no overly draining, then I would definitely go double power and maybe just like bring an SGS or something, because the SGS could just make up for it anyway. I do recommend overly draining these days for your first 500. I'm just trying to learn double trouble and keep back. Definitely just a bit of a skill gap learning Akka again with double trouble keep back, but it's worth it. Long-term money raise, it'll be very worth it. Huge time save on the undead grasp. I've been eating a lot of bombs today. I'm gonna heal now, because we have bombs potentially next. I'm gonna be an absolute wuss about it. I'm trying to zoom my mouse in, but it won't let me right now. There you go. Double trouble is easy, keep back is hard. Yeah, getting used to both is pretty difficult. But learning both is good, because keep back is easier with double trouble on than without. I'm gonna check to see if my max hit with maracas is also 58. I don't think they are, but I'd rather use maracas because they're cooler. And here I would have like an extra few specs for what's it called? For Warden. I can probably ZCB it twice, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Personally, I have easier time with double trouble than overly draining even. That's a new one. First time I've heard of that one. But I guess it makes sense though. Some people would rather have the extra spec and, you know, always feel safe. Void Waker becomes a thing. BGS is also a thing. Like for the buffa runs, I couldn't have overly draining off because not having BGS and was just such a bad one. It's got a combat level? Thought it'd just be like some blank NPC blasting me. He's an automaton! It's always the automatons. Ruining our democracy. A Lotto good at ToA? No, it's terrible. It's good at Monkey Room, and I guess you can use it to pop boulders, but it doesn't do a good job at Zebak or P2 in the slightest. Ignore the clickbait you might see on YouTube that says it's viable. It is like less DPS than a rune crossbow when it comes to ranging Zebak. Dodge one more. Yeah, Lotto yak strat. It's cursed. I like it. But that is very cursed. Imagine it does like no damage at Akka either. Like if Akka switches to range, I assume you're just gonna start healing it at that point. Just give him the Sun Karis. You're definitely not hitting him. %, again. Well, the Lotto will only be for monkey. It exists. Exists. No, it's trash. What? Oh, never mind, it's a clue. 18 mil? This is trash. I thought I was about to get my 9th pet. Everyone and their mom's got a fang, bro. Bro. Hey man, I'm dummy dry too. Don't do this to me. Get out of here. Is Soul Pet? No, I have to go back to that place at some point. I'm kind of lazy. been doing a bunch of other stuff in general. Like if I was gonna stay at Fortis any longer, I would have like burnt out from the game. So I was like, let's go back to ToA for a bit, mess around with some of the budget setups, and then you know, do some 540s, get back in the swing of things. Got your 25 kill count at Perils once again in Grandmaster. Congratulations. I'm absolutely not going for any of that stuff. I got my master tier, I'm chilling. Did my 6 Jads though. This was a bunch of free points. I really like the 6 Jads challenge. Probably so far the most fun, I think, GM task I've done was the 6 Jads. Seercull have an actual use. Yeah, you shoot it at Zebak and it drains their magic, and then you can mage. Now, an alternative setup would be this. And then I can Bone Dagger it. So it's one slot worse, but then I can Tbow it and Bone Dagger it. The problem is it's one slot worse and I can't go power and life. So it's essentially like -3 slots, if that makes sense. Because with power into life on Mage Zebak, you can drop to 123 magic. With range Zebak, you cannot drop any levels at all, otherwise it's worse. So that's the reason I've been doing the mage setup still. Now I might be able to do the range Zebak setup and then just preserve and be at 123 for Warden P4. But I didn't really want to risk it. In case I get like a really slow Zebak plus Wardens. Can I show my ToA log? Sure. Here it is. Not very good on the shadows, but hey, at least we got a good ratio of purples to kill count, because we only do high invos around these parts. I also need to do this at some point. To do my Remnant of Kephri. But I don't want to do medic. Yeah, I'm on like rate to get my 5th or 6th shadow. I only have 3. Sucks, but that's fine. It is what it is. Well, see you guys. I gotta go to bed. It is way past the time I normally go to bed, but you know, want to do a bit of a late night stream for the boredom. Have a good night, guys. I'm not doing back-to-back on an 18 mil drop. That is basically worthless to me. So, yeah. Have a good night.